We disagreed. We disagreed in mission. I didn't do anything wrong. Nothing illegal, but we disagreed, and the disagreement didn't allow us to go forward. So that relationship was severed. It hurt. I love those people. I love those people. I love him. Some churches that believe that Sunday morning is pure word driven. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to disciple you spiritually. Then you have some other churches that are a little bit more free and say, hey, we're going to do mental health stuff and therapy and fitness training on Sunday. There are other people that don't like that. I didn't come to church for that. I came to church for Genesis.
For the last couple of weeks, we've been trying to define who we are, redefine who we are. Are we just a group of people who say we're followers of Jesus Christ, or are we going to demonstrate it? What is our conduct like? Things we say, how we live our lives beyond the four walls of church, beyond our charisma. You could be impressive, but is God pleased with your behavior?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is one you won't want to miss. Joel Tudman, a well-known and beloved pastor from a prominent Texas megachurch, is speaking out for the first time since his unexpected dismissal. His firing sparked a wave of confusion and frustration among church members and the wider Christian community. Many were left wondering what could have led to the removal of such a respected spiritual leader. Tudman's departure came amid swirling rumors, ranging from internal church politics to personal misconduct. But now, he's setting the record straight. In a recent interview, Tudman acknowledged that his exit was tied to what the church leadership described as a moral failure. While the exact nature of the issue remains undisclosed, Tudman emphasized his commitment to transparency, healing, and spiritual growth moving forward. This revelation comes at a time when several megachurches in Texas have faced similar controversies, with pastors stepping down or being removed under vague or troubling circumstances. In Tudman's case, the church urged members not to engage in speculation, asking instead for prayers and discretion. But silence only fueled more questions, and now Tudman is choosing to speak up, not just to clarify, but to reclaim his voice and share his journey of redemption. So what's next for Pastor Tudman? He's already begun sharing messages of hope and restoration through his social media platforms and speaking engagements. His story is resonating with many who feel disillusioned by church leadership and are seeking authenticity in their faith walk. Before we dive deeper into what Tudman is doing now and how this impacts the broader church landscape, I want to thank you for being here. If you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button and help me reach our goal of 1,000 likes. It's a simple way to support this channel and ensure that stories like this reach more people who need to hear them. Also, please share this video across your social media platforms. The more visibility we get, the more we can expose corruption, call out wolves in the pulpit, and protect the vulnerable. Your support means everything, and together, we can shine a light on the truth. Stay tuned, because in just a moment, we'll talk about Tudman's next steps and how his story is inspiring a new wave of accountability and grace in ministry. Until then, I hope you're having a blessed day. Let's unpack the full story. Faith Center Ministries, a 10,000-member megachurch in Sunrise, Florida, was founded by Bishop Henry Fernandez, a prominent voice in the charismatic Christian community. In the summer of 2024, Fernandez made a bold move by bringing in Dr. Joel Tudman, a dynamic preacher with deep roots in the Potter's House in Dallas, where he served under Bishop T.D. Jakes as an assistant pastor and ministry school graduate. Tudman's transition to Faith Center was seen as a generational handoff. Fernandez publicly declared Tudman as his God-chosen successor, even stating that it was a decision he should have made a decade earlier. The installation ceremony in March 2025 was a high-profile event, attended by T.D. Jakes himself, signaling strong support for Tudman's leadership. But the celebration was short-lived. On August 31, 2025, during a Sunday service, Tudman was abruptly removed from his position. There was no prior announcement, no explanation to the congregation, just a sudden leadership shift that left many reeling. Fernandez resumed the role of senior pastor, and the church offered no immediate details about the reasons behind the termination. In the weeks that followed, speculation ran rampant. Was it a moral failing? A leadership clash? Financial concerns? None of these have been confirmed, and Tudman himself has remained largely silent, only stating that he's waiting on God for direction. Fernandez, for his part, defended the decision, citing undisclosed reasons and asking for privacy and prayer. The lack of transparency has only fueled further debate, with many church members and observers calling for greater accountability in megachurch leadership structures. This saga highlights the fragility of pastoral succession in large ministries and the emotional toll such upheavals can take on congregations. As Tudman regroups and considers his next steps, his story serves as a reminder of the complexities behind the pulpit and the importance of integrity, communication, and trust in spiritual leadership. Tudman had only been installed as senior pastor 5 months earlier, in March 2025, but his impact was immediate. Under his leadership, Faith Center saw a surge in attendance, renewed energy, and a wave of new membership. Many credited Tudman's dynamic preaching style and fresh vision for the church's momentum. His prior experience at the Potter's House in Dallas under Bishop T.D. Jakes had already earned him respect, and his appointment was celebrated as a bold new chapter for the Sunrise, Florida megachurch. But on August 31st, during a regular Sunday service, Bishop Henry Fernandez, founder of Faith Center Ministries, announced that Tudman was no longer the senior pastor. The announcement came without warning, and Fernandez declined to provide any details, citing confidentiality and asking the congregation to trust him. That phrase, "just trust your pastor," has become a flashpoint for criticism, with many churchgoers and observers calling for greater accountability in megachurch leadership structures. Fernandez emphasized that the church was not about any one man, which is biblically sound, but some interpreted the timing and tone of the statement defensive, possibly even rooted in personal conflict or jealousy. After all, Tudman's rapid rise in popularity might have unsettled long-standing leadership dynamics. The abrupt nature of Tudman's departure, coupled with Fernandez's refusal to elaborate, has fueled further speculation. Was it a moral failing, a leadership dispute, financial disagreements? None of these have been confirmed, and Tudman himself has remained largely silent, only stating that he's waiting on God for direction. This situation underscores a broader issue in many megachurches, the tension between spiritual leadership and institutional control. When transparency is lacking, trust erodes, and congregants are left to navigate the fallout with little clarity. Now, let's be clear, none of this has been officially confirmed. These are the conversations happening among church members and observers. But when leadership chooses not to be transparent, people will inevitably start talking. Assumptions fill the void left by silence, and much of the confusion could be avoided if pastors were simply willing to be upfront. Unfortunately, that's not often the case. Instead, what we see time and again is silence, secrecy, and vague reassurances. In this situation, Bishop Henry Fernandez told the congregation, "Just trust me." That's the familiar refrain in church circles. Don't ask questions, just have faith in leadership. But when accountability is lacking, trust becomes harder to give. Fernandez also reiterated that the church isn't about any one man, which is true in principle, but some couldn't help but wonder if that statement was rooted in something deeper, perhaps jealousy. Tudman's presence had sparked excitement, growth, and a renewed sense of purpose. Was that momentum seen as a threat? Did talk of change make Fernandez uncomfortable? Some believe that may have played a role in Tudman's sudden dismissal. After the firing, Joel Tudman took to social media with a message of peace. He urged people to not speak negatively about Bishop Fernandez and asked for calm. He made it clear he wasn't leaving Florida, saying, "God brought me here and I'm staying." He expressed that he was waiting on divine direction for his next steps. In a recent interview, Tudman was asked directly, "Why were you fired?" His response was measured. He said the decision stemmed from a significant disagreement between him and Bishop Fernandez, specifically a clash over mission and vision. It wasn't personal, he implied, but a fundamental difference in direction. But that, again, all remains to be seen. I want to hear from you guys on this. Sound off in the comment section. Maybe you're somebody that attends Faith Center Ministries. You were there when TDM was leading the church for just a couple months that he did. Maybe you have thoughts on this. His new church, the disagreement that he said that him and Fernandez had, what that could end up being. Let me know. We always encourage everybody to get involved in the discussion. That does help the video perform better with more engagement. Don't forget as well our 1,000 likes goal. Hit that like button for me.